Isn't it funny how every year, January 1st, brand new year, we're like, it's gonna be the best year ever! And then by the last half, we're just kind of sick of it? Well, there's inherently no difference between December 31st and January 1st, other than you. That's right, think about how bad 2020 has been. But I encourage you to go onto Instagram and scroll to every single person's post on January 1st, and they're all excited and they're happy, and 2020 is gonna be the best year ever. Look at where we're at, right? This happens every single year. It's not just because 2020 is an outlier, in which it is. 2020 has been pretty bad. But the things in 2020, they were gonna happen. And they're going to continue to happen until we change. There's no difference between December 31st and January 1st. Your life isn't going to change. None of our policies and procedures and structures around the world are going to change. It's all the same. And that mentality of New Year, New Me, of this is going to be the best year ever, I think that's a little bit toxic because we put so much pressure on a new year, but we don't put any effort into change. We just expect that January 1st is going to bring better things. I can guarantee that January 1st, 2021 is going to be as bad, if not worse, than 2020 if nothing changes between now and then, right? And this doesn't have to be politics. Yes, we had the wildfires in California, and a portion of why we had those is because politics. But it doesn't have to be politics, right? Start with you. Start in your community, start with the people that you affect, because rarely do we ever understand our own influence. But before we get to your influence, you have to start with you. If you can't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. So when we talk about mental health, when we talk about self-care, that's where that comes from. You can't have any impact, or at least positive impact, if you're not taking care of you. So step one is to take care of you. But step two, look at those who you influence, and rarely do we ever understand our own influence. I have staff from 4 years ago bring up one tiny detail that I have no remembrance of, but it was so important to them, and it was just another day to me, right? So rarely do we ever understand our own influence. So you can impact everything around you. You just gotta figure out how. So maybe it's volunteering, maybe it's talking to the people in your lives, maybe it's being more engaged at work. Don't have the mentality that a new year is going to bring all of this change. The change has to start with you. And honestly, I think New Year, New Me is a toxic mentality. New Year rolls around and we put so much pressure on ourselves to be different, to change, to make things better, that the year is going to be better. And then when something bad happens, it just beats us down, right? We're so expectant of New Year, New Me that we give up on today. We're always looking towards the future for something better, but that's not going to happen unless you change it. So what I want you to do is change your mentality when it comes to your calendar. Our calendar shouldn't dictate our lives. Thanksgiving, Christmas, Monday, Saturday, Cinco de Mayo. These are all just different days. Like sure, I might get a taco instead of pasta on Cinco de Mayo, but it's really just another day. We shouldn't be treating those days any different than today. Every single day has 24 hours in it, and how are you going to use those 24 hours? That's the only question of every single day. So what I want you to change is your mentality when it comes to your calendar. Just because you flip that page from December to January doesn't mean anything's going to change. You have to be the change. So I want you to ask yourself, how are you going to provide that change? How are you going to influence the people around you, your social circles, your community? And then it's going to stem from there, right? Everyone doesn't have to have this grand, I'm going to change the world, because that's not going to work. If you change the people around you, and I change the people around me, and it's both for the better, the world is getting better. That is how we change the world. It's not saving all of the children in Africa. It's not ending this global pandemic. It's each of us affecting the people around us, having that collectivist approach. If we care for the people to the left and we care for the people to the right, then this world is going to be a better place. So what are you going to do today? Thank you for making this far, and if you enjoy personal, professional, or financial development, go ahead and click that red subscribe button down there. I'm putting out 2 to 3 videos every single week geared towards giving you the tools to succeed in and after college. I'm proud of you, I love you, and I'll see you next time.